get the hell out of here, man. What do you mean it doesn't fit? Hello everyone, welcome to Silent Hill F. I am excited. This is the first new full Silent Hill game in 12 years. That's right, it's been 12, almost 13 years since they last released a brand new full Silent Hill game. The free one they released last year in January doesn't count. That was just a free, almost demo of a game. That doesn't count. So this is the first brand new Silent Hill title in quite a while, and I am looking forward to seeing what it has to offer. Now, we are going to be playing on the Japanese audio language. Simply because, since this game takes place in the 1960s in Japan, it would just feel out of place to have them talking English, so we're going to play with the Japanese language first, and then maybe on a second playthrough we'll switch to the English audio just to see what it's like. I had to turn down the music because this music is loud, like it was just blaring across the headphones, so I turned that down just a tad. We might adjust it depending on how it sounds in-game. Let's make sure the subtitles are on, because we definitely need subtitles for this one. Display language English, voice language Japanese, so I don't know if I want them large, because I haven't seen the size of the subtitles yet. Maybe we'll change it. I'm sure once we get to the in-game shop, you'll notice the pre-order items I have. They give us a couple things for pre-ordering the game. I'm not sure how useful they will be just yet. Two of them are mainly extra costumes, and then there's some item that we can use, but I haven't seen yet what that is, so let's get to it. The first Silent Hill game that's new in 12 years, so let's see what it's all about. What difficulty do we want? Balanced or story? Weaker enemies and more resources, the traditional Silent Hill difficulty for story-focused players. And we have balance, which is a balanced experience for players familiar with action horror games. I have heard the game is a bit too easy on story, so I wonder if we can change it mid-game. You know what, let's go with balanced. And then puzzles, what do we have? Puzzles will be easier to solve. Balanced puzzle experience. Yeah, let's just keep with balanced for now. Just because I've complained enough about the original Silent Hill 2 being ultra easy, so you know what, let's go with a challenge. Oh, there we go, there's the extra costume. Right below, we have white sailor school uniform, pure white, innocent white. Or we have the Navy sailor school uniform. Let's start with the Navy, and then we'll switch to this one midway just to see what it's like. Alright, here we go. Silent Hill F. Does it stand for flowers?
私は一人でも全然寂しくないの。仲間外れなんか気にしないもん。
ひなこ、お友達のところに遊びに行ったんじゃなかったの？
男の子と遊ぶ子はおままごとに入れてあげないだって。
じゃあお姉ちゃんと一緒におままごとしよっか。
本
当？お待たせ。お姉ちゃん、何かいいことでもあった？
ううん、昔を思い出してた。お姉ちゃんって小さい頃からずっとお姉ちゃんだったんだなって。
ひなこ、私ね。
これお姉ちゃんにあげる。
綺麗だわ。ありがとう。
Wow, the game looks gorgeous. Oh yeah, one thing we forgot to do is check out what is some performance or quality mode. I think the subtitles look fine. Sizes are fine for now. So I've heard this is very much Japanese horror, obviously, like they went 100% J-horror with this one. Because before it was basically almost like a Western horror series but filtered through a Japanese lens. I heard they went back completely to J-horror for this one. Look at the graphics. So this is running on Unreal Engine 5.
親に向かってその言い草は何だ。
お父さんやめてください。
中高あんなにも高校娘なのに、どうして妹の前は何もかも正反対なんだ。どこ行く。話はまだ終わってないぞ、ひなこ。
お父さん、ひなこだって分かってくれてますよ。
分かってたらどうしてあの態度になるんだ。これも全部お前がひなこをずっと甘やかしてきたからだろう。
ひなこ、お父さんはね、あなたのためを思って
友達のとこ行ってくる。
早めに帰ってみてね。
God damn. So we already know the dad is an asshole. Like, god damn, we're 5 minutes in.
そんなこと。
We're already seeing some serious problems with the family structure there. Okay, so yeah, we forgot to check out the quality mode and performance. So because this is running on Unreal Engine 5, so I want to see if it is as smooth as Digital Foundry claims that it is. Alright, so we're in quality now. We have quality and performance. I've heard quality is steady. I've heard performance almost stays most of the time in 60 FPS, but it can have a few hitches in the frame rate every once in a while where it drops really low. But at the same time, this is a Silent Hill game, so it's not really fast-paced, you know. None of them survival horror games are really fast-paced. This, Resident Evil, Fatal Frame, so it shouldn't matter that much. Quality looks good, I'll give it that. Let's try performance. Just to check it out, let's see. Doesn't look like that much changes. It still looks pretty damn good. Let's see if there's any difference in the cart. Not really. Not really. I don't notice too much of a difference. So you know what? We're gonna stick with performance for now. Maybe we'll do quality the second run, like we did for Silent Hill 2. Because I don't mind the slower frame rate at all for horror games, but I want to check out both of them equally. Yeah, the game still looks gorgeous. Now, where are we going? She said to visit her friends, but where exactly do they live? Local doctors note there have been sightings of foxes coming into town recently. I'm sure that the older generations who have grown up learning to respect foxes are fine, but I'm concerned for any children who may try and chase and provoke the creatures. Foxes by nature are not aggressive, but just like wild dogs, they carry diseases such as rabies, tetanus, and echinococosis, to name just a few. The town committee should send out warnings to ensure people don't get unnecessarily close to them. I've never even heard of that one at all. And I'm familiar with Cujo. So there's our collectibles. Oh, look at this map. Head down the mountain. So I guess we gotta head down this way. So obviously, since we're in rural Japan in the 60s, there are no guns. I know that's a big thing with this game. There are no guns. It's all melee. If we do happen to find a gun, maybe like late in the game, I'm guessing it might be for just like one shot or something. Nothing useful. Checking to see if we'll miss any collectibles. So a lot of people were thrown off by the fact that this is set in Japan rather than, you know, actually in America in Silent Hill. I think the problem is the setting of Silent Hill itself is kind of a trap, because if you stay there for too long, like there's only a select limited amount of times you can visit Brookhaven without it becoming, you know, boring. There's only a select amount of times you can visit South Vale without it becoming boring and repetitive. So it's fine for Silent Hill 2, obviously, and 3, and you know, even if they remake 4, it's fine to visit parts of the town in those games. But even with 3, like, people were already getting kind of annoyed that you just went to the same places in 2 instead of going to the ones that were central to Heather and Alessa's story in 1. They didn't do Alchemilla. They didn't do Alchemilla simply to save time and resources, because Silent Hill 3 was supposed to be a third-person shooter, or like a rail shooter or something like that, and then they had to start over from scratch. They only had 11 months, and so what they did was they basically recycled a whole lot of assets from 2. So even then, by the time of Silent Hill 3, things were starting to get a bit repetitive in terms of the places where you go. So like, unless you'd want to set it squarely in like Central Silent Hill or Old Silent Hill, I'm not sure you want to keep going back to the same places and seeing the same exact buildings over and over and over again in new games. So I can understand them wanting to give a new setting a try. Alright, so we prayed or save our progress. James probably could have used a prayer shrine in Silent Hill 2, with how fucked up he is. Yeah, Death Stranding 2 has kind of spoiled me for 60 FPS, but I will try out quality mode in the second playthrough. Drinking at this time of day. A woman is only complete when she's loved, featuring the latest fashion for young women so pure to make even flowers blush. Oh boy, that is a loaded statement right there. So we know that Dad is a drunkard and a jackass probably, The mother is kind of a pushover. You know, she's making excuses for him. Oh, there's some of that Unreal Engine 5 stutter just for a tiny bit. And this whole place is gonna go to hell soon. I mean, it's already covered in fog from what it looks like. Look how far the fog stretches, so I'm guessing it's closing in already on the town, whatever's about to happen. I've heard mixed things on the combat. Some people say it's pretty good, but frustrating. Other people say it's completely awful. I will judge it for myself once we get into it. I think this is where we took the magazine, right? Yeah, looks like the unholy fog is closing in on this town. Okay, so we use the central button to open up the map. Triangles to view objectives, and up is the journal. So let's see. They did say to check out the journal frequently because she'll put stuff in there that's useful. Use X when in front of a Hokora to see the list of things you can do. So that's like a little shop. That's probably where we have the items from the pre-order. The pre-order bonuses. You might come across valuable items and information while exploring. Press the start button and go to the collectibles page. Alright. And there's our map. It does look like an ancient Japanese scroll. It's a nice touch. It's very difficult to get a pretty useful map in games. A lot of games screw it up, but Silent Hill 2 Remake actually did a pretty damn good job with the map. I wonder if she'll write stuff down like James, or is it just appearing in the journal? Man, there's drinks everywhere. I'm guessing these people don't have much to do in the countryside. Oh, look at this. Is this their old-fashioned post office box? Looks like a fire hydrant. This is one thing that made me excited about this game being set in Japan. The fact that you can see a completely different setting from what we usually check out. Are those yams? Sweet potatoes? Because I've played a couple of the Fatal Frame games, but I haven't really played too many games set in Japan itself. Article: Serious issues in Ebisugaoka. Starting around May, Ebisugaoka began seeing a high number of small earthquakes. The Prefectural Disaster Prevention Division predicts that there will be even more in the future. Residents remain on edge, fearful that these may be early warning signs of a larger earthquake yet to come. Rumors that these events are being caused by the Inari-sama's curse have been spreading among the more religiously minded of the elderly population. However, the Prefectural Disaster Prevention Division is urging residents to treat such rumors as superstitions and instead prepare for any potential disasters ahead. I think this might be one case in which the religious nutsos are actually correct. This ain't an earthquake. This is an actual curse coming to the town. Like I was saying, I haven't played too many games actually set in Japan. It's mainly Fatal Frame, Persona, obviously Persona 3, Persona 4, those games that I've watched the playthrough of Yakuza. 2 Yakuza games actually. Other than that, I haven't really played too many games actually set in Japan itself. It's more like games that are made by Japanese developers but set in Western places like Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, stuff like that. But I haven't seen too many set in Japan, so that makes it doubly interesting to me. I'm also looking forward to wielding the Naginata. Is that what you call it? Because that's Katone's weapon from Persona 3 Portable. And I love Katone. I love the female protagonist from 3, so I like her Naginata. I like that particular weapon. I'm looking forward to seeing what it does here. How damaging it is. I've heard some weapons can break though, so that's something to keep an eye out for. We cannot check those out.
すいません。運転手さんいませんか？他の道を探そう。
They're gone. And it's already starting. I do look forward to also seeing if there's an actual connection between this area and the town we all know. You know, like maybe some of the cultists from this area, if there are any, moved over to America, or maybe like there's this town is set over like some type of unnatural phenomena the way the western town is. But I'm sure there's probably a connection. I'm also wondering about the joke endings, if there are any, like if you're gonna have like Hinako pop out of a sewer in Silent Hill, in the actual town, and then she meets up with James or Heather or Harry or someone from those games. She just suddenly finds herself in America. Because I don't think there's gonna be a UFO ending set here, right? Like this, not in this time period. So a lot of superstition, but like I said, it might actually be warranted here, knowing what we know. Speaking of Fatal Frame, I gotta check out that remake whenever it releases. I never completed the original one, which I should probably go back and do. But I just got lost in that game.
サクコ、どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。
車が道を塞いでてさ。
千鶴や？
今は誰かと喋りたくて。
私も後から行くね。
うん。じゃあね。
裏切り者。
What are they plotting? It sounds like she's not too well liked in the town. Like she doesn't have many friends, or the friends she has are kind of shady. Okay, so that's Igarashi Sakuko. I believe they're using the format with the last name first, the way it is in Japanese. So like Katone Shiomi from Persona 3 you wouldn't refer to her as Katone first, you'd say Shiomi Katone. One of my friends, she's always got her head up in the clouds and it's a little strange. She's constantly trying to worm her way to paying me back for the 500 yen I lent her that one time. Her father is the head priest of the Senensugi shrine in town. She seems to take great pride in donning the traditional Miko robes and selling charms during the New Year celebrations. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna fight her or something? Junko, my older sister. She's one of the prettiest and kindest people I know, and there's nothing she can't do. I can rely on her for anything. Honestly, she's the greatest sister anyone could ask for. She's always been there for me ever since the day I was born until she left to get married. Oh boy. Shimizu Kanta, my father. When I first learned of the term patriarchal husband, and that it meant a man who does nothing but boss his wife around, he was the first person to come to mind. Dad barely talks. He ignores me when I tell him good morning, but if I say nothing, he gets angry instead. And once he's angry, he just explodes. He loses all control over his emotions at the blink of an eye. He yells at Mom, throws things around, and even hits us. Why can't he act like that in public? Why does everyone else only get to see his quiet, calm side? If it meant that I wouldn't have to spend another second with him in that house, I'd happily let myself be taken away. So he's an asshole and a drunk. Well, you're gonna get your wish, Hinako. Shimizu Kimi, my mother. If I had to choose one word to describe her, it would be pitiful. She's the one who bears the brunt of my father's violent moods and malicious abuse. When I was younger, she used to protect me from him, so I didn't hate her back then, but maybe I do hate her now. Even as my father screams at her face, throws bowls at her, and sends her out for alcohol late at night, she remains ever loyal to him. I just will not accept her way of life. Yeah, you shouldn't have to put up with that crap, Hinako. It also reminds me, not to make a direct comparison to Persona, but it reminds me a bit of Junpei's background, where once you learn the way he is, why he is because he has a drunk, abusive father that he nonetheless has to take care of and go visit him like every month or something. You know, it's that's why he moved into the dorm so quickly. He wanted to get away from him because the mother, I think, left them. He left them with his father, and his father was not a nice man. He was a drunk and a scumbag. So it does remind me a little bit of Junpei. Shimizu Hinako, me, there's not a single extraordinary thing about me except maybe being tall for a girl my age. That's funny, sure. She's what, like 5'7" instead of 5'3", or instead of 5 feet even. I used to be in the track and field club, which is probably why I'm better at sports than most girls. I guess I got used to running a lot when I was a kid, since I preferred playing with boys. Nothing wrong with that. I'm guessing that's to explain how she can actually have a lot of stamina. I will admit I can be quite stubborn at times. I don't like accepting things that other people decide for me, even if it's the right thing to do. More than once I rebelled and made the wrong decision only to regret it later. And I'm guessing we're going to make plenty of wrong decisions throughout this entire thing. It's funny, again, that reminds me of Persona, simply with the track stuff, simply how you can have the main characters join the track team, the main protagonist in 3, and even with all that, his rival from another high school still has better stamina than him, and is faster because he's basically a track god. So yeah, I guess track gets you really, really in shape. I live in the small rural town of Ebisugaoka. Before the war, the town was lively due to an influx of people coming for the coal mines and dam construction going on in the northern mountains. After the dam construction finished and the coal mine closed down, it just became a sad little town. The grand iron bridge that connects the town to the nearby city is the only reminder of the sorry town's former glory. So it's also a mining town. Where have we heard that before? A little known town in America that's also used to be a mining town. Alright, so they are building it up. I wonder if these mines, both here and in Silent Hill themselves, are kind of like a gateway to this other place. Because that's what they do in Alan Wake and Remedy games, where they have the whole, I forgot what they're called, but they're almost like portals that lead to a separate world or dimension. And lots of stuff can come back through those portals. They're not breaches. I forgot the exact term they use, but Bright Falls is situated over one, so the giant... The whole, what do you call it? The whole lake in Bright Falls is basically one giant portal to like this other place, this other dimension. And I wonder if it's the same, not just for this place, but also like Silent Hill in America in this setting, where it's the whole area is just It's like one giant portal to another realm. Name Susutani Mayumi. Last seen wearing white blouse, long navy skirt, beige neckerchief with black polka dots. I've never heard of that term, a neckerchief. Details of disappearance, the rest has been torn off.
破られてる。
She's probably dead or eaten by some monster already. That's how it always goes. Oh yes, Cauldron Lake. Now I remember, it's Cauldron Lake. That's the lake in Bright Falls. And the whole lake itself is one giant portal to basically the dark place where Alan is trapped. Got an umbrella? Can we use that as a weapon? That's a huge pothole, god damn. We see potholes like that in Philly. Still under construction, when are they going to be finished? I'm guessing never, judging how they're probably all dead. I'm guessing that'll never be finished. Got a well? Yeah, I find that funny how in Persona 3 you do all this training in the tower at night in Tartarus, becoming almost this superhero type of warrior, and then despite all that, in the story events, your character still loses the track meet because the guy he's facing is just so much faster and has so much more, I guess, stamina than him, just because he's a track god. So that's her friend, and I'm guessing slash love interest maybe, that she has a crush on, or vice versa. She's got cigarettes.
Yo, 相棒。
シュウ。
あのさ。
うん。なんか言ってよ。
お前こそなんか言うことはないのかよ。
相棒にないんだったら私にだってない。
お前らしいや。受け身な生き方なんてお前らしくないぜ。お前が自分で選んだ道なら俺はいつまでも応援するからな。
シュウ。
シュウ君、お待たせ。
ひなこもいたんだ。リンコ。
何の話をしてたの？
いや、大した話は。
誰かとおしゃべりしたい気持ちだったんだって。
気が紛れたよ。
それはよかった。お役に立てて光栄の極み。会えると分かってたら借りてた雑誌持ってくればよかった。
ああ、貸したままでいいよ。リンコに貸した時点で戻ってくると思ってないし。
んだとこんちくしょう。笑いすぎだよ。サクコだってひなこから何か借りてるんじゃないの？私なんかあったかな。ねえひなこ、じゃあ私が借りてる500円も返さなくていいよね。サクコ利子つけて返すとか言ってなかった？言ってないよ。証文あんなら出してみろ。いいこと聞いた。これからはサクコに貸すとき消しゴムであっても証文書かせるから。そんな意地悪言わないでよ。
That's a little passive aggressive there. Oh, here it comes. The fog.
ひなこ？
あ、ごめん。何？
裏切りも。
What the hell? That's not good. Escape from the fog monster. Oh shit, we might be screwed. Damn, we dead already? Damn, just like that. We took the wrong turn. We should have gone left instead of right. Oh, it's still coming after us. I thought we were home free. God damn. God damn, we're almost dead. We need some medicine right now because we are... Yeah, we need painkillers definitely. Note from Shu. Hey partner, these painkillers should work best for you. They'll not only take care of your headaches, but also any pain from injuries. I suspect that the main cause behind your nasty headaches is from you unconsciously grinding your teeth when you're upset. Does that sound about right? If you ever need to talk or anything, just call my name and I'll be there. Red capsules. Painkillers in capsules relieves pain and raises spirits. Slightly restores health and current max sanity. Okay, so we can map items to a shortcut with L1. What does she have to say about Shu? Iwai Shu. Shu's been my best friend since forever. He's my partner. We've been having playdates for as long as I can remember. When we played Make Believe Space World, we called each other partner. For some reason, it just kind of stuck. Kids of the Showa era tend to look down on your sex, but never Shu. When I rebelled against my parents because they told me to act like a girl, he was the one who understood my feelings the most and stood by
絶対
me.
無事でいてくれよ
I wonder, is she pregnant? The way she was talking about, the way he was talking about whatever decision she makes, he'll support her. Or is he just talking about maybe leaving this town and not getting married?
痛い
Damn, that did nothing. There we go. So we cannot touch any of those weeds or whatever they are, because they will drain your health almost instantly. Gotta find like an axe or something to chop them up. Got a bandage. Bandage is coated with ointment used to stop bleeding. Application is taught in all local schools. Greatly restores health. It's nice that they teach that in local schools there, because they don't teach shit over here. If you get a cut or something, you just go to the nurse's office and maybe they'll give you something. They don't teach us
急い
jack
で
over
咲子
here.
のとこに戻らないと
Yeah, so what is going on? Why is everyone acting so weird towards each other? Find a way back to Chisuruya General Store. So where do we have to go? Oh, we have to go over here. Oh boy, look at that. That thing is covered in those fog flowers or whatever they are. So we gotta go back here, back to the general store. But it looks like there's a shit ton of those weeds in the way. So how will we get there? Because all those exits are sealed off. I'm guessing maybe we have to navigate the rooftops. Red capsules. Yeah, why not? Let's just take the random drug lying there in on the propane canister. Why not? It's like James injecting himself with mysterious syringe he found just lying there in a box. No idea what's inside it. No, let's just inject myself with this syringe and hope it doesn't kill me or transform me into something. So I have heard the game kind of rewards exploration a bit, but it's a risk-reward type of thing where you have to determine whether it's really worth it to go out of your way to explore or not. Maybe we should have taken story difficulty instead. Maybe hard might be a little too hard for the first run playthrough. I guess as long as we don't touch the weeds themselves, we should be alright, because it was them that were taking down our health, not the actual monster. The monster itself...
リンコ
The monster itself was a one-hit kill, so we had to avoid him. So I guess maybe as long as we don't get tangled up with those things, or maybe if we find a weapon that we can cut them with. Can we do a 180 turn? Let's see. Item shortcut, focus. Switch weapons is with the D-pad. We can dodge with circle, just like in the second game. Just like in the remake of 2, we dodge with circle. Light attack, heavy attack, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we can do a 180. Oh, here they come. look at that. It's like a mannequin. There's something we can grab? Anything? Dodging. Use circle to evade any enemy attacks. If you dodge just before an enemy attack lands, you will perform a perfect dodge and recover your stamina. God damn! We screwed that up. Need a weapon of some sort, anything. Okay, so we can hide from them.
血が止まらない。なんとかしないと。
God damn it, she would notice us right here, wouldn't she? Fuck it. Damn, we're out of stamina. Whoa, that's actually coming from the controller. Nice. Yokan. A jelly-like dessert filled with red bean paste. A bite-sized delight greatly restores health. Can also be used as an offering. Offering certain items at a Hokora will allow you to receive faith. You can save your progress by going to record. Additionally, enshrining objects within a Hokora will allow you to receive faith. Using faith, you can draw for Omamori, pray to receive various benefits using a blank ima, clear mind to recover sanity. If you had chosen story as your action difficulty level, then you can recover both your health and sanity without using faith by visiting a Hokora. We probably should have chosen story as her action difficulty. Probably. I guess if it becomes too tough, maybe I could just do a separate save file, start over, and then we'll pick up in the next video where I left off at this point, just to see the differences. Because that would be nifty if we could recover both health and sanity. That's the whole Eternal Darkness system, where if you lose sanity, completely your health starts to go down. It's nice to see that they revived it for Silent Hill. That's one of the bonus items we got for pre-ordering the Omamori. I wonder what that does. The key to survival is knowing when to stand your ground and fight and when to run. You can escape from combat by getting out of the enemy's sight. Is that her father? I do find that complaint about men so funny, a sad type of way. When they complain, oh, what use is a woman who can't cook? And it's like, your lazy ass can't cook? You don't have two hands for a reason, jackass? You know? What happened to you putting some pasta or rice together? Like, it's so simple. Like, if you're relying on someone else to feed you 100% of the time, unless you're disabled, you're just a useless mess, a wimp. Like, come on, you can't put together a meal using your own two hands, really? Damn, now we're even further from the general store, and we still have no weapon whatsoever. So it says the red bean paste restores health, but at the same time, It also says that you can offer it as offering to see what we get. We had to use up the bandage. We gotta preserve as many of those as possible. I guess we could try saving and then we give an offering just to see what we get. And depending on whether it's good or not, we'll proceed from there. If we get something worthless, then we just restart. Because I do not want to give away a major health item without getting something good in return. If we're gonna get crap, then nah, we're gonna restart. God damn, it's back. Give me that. When looking around, use X when near drawers or boxes to take a look inside. I have heard the puzzles in this game are actually very difficult, so that's something to look forward to, because that's the same thing with Tormented Souls. Very difficult puzzles there. Sometimes insanely difficult puzzles. Moon logic puzzles, as somebody calls them. Where they just make no sense whatsoever. But you still have to try to figure them out anyway. At least we're getting plenty of painkillers, but since we need to take like 2 or 3 to restore even a decent amount of health, I don't know how useful they'll actually be. So it's 2:15 when this insanity started occurring. Did we get something or not? Oh yeah, we got some pills. Got a bandage. Come on, man, we need something. Anything. Even a stick. Even a stick would be good at this point. No good, it won't budge. Got some yokan. I guess that's more of that bean paste. Got some more drugs. What the hell is this? Is that a face? Or is that a mask? Oh, it's a mask. Bloody key. A key with unknown bloodstain. Not sure what it unlocks. I wouldn't touch that too closely if I were you. Okay, that's just teaching us to examine the objects. I do like the fact that it's not intrusive like some tutorials are, you know. As much as I love Kojima, characters telling us to press the action button sometimes got a bit too... God damn! Woman, go somewhere! Are you kidding me? She's just refusing to go, man. It's just like stalking us throughout the entire thing. Can we close the door? Let's get the hell out of here, man. What do you mean it doesn't fit? What do you mean it doesn't fit? It's the only key. Right over here. There we go. Close that door, fool. Is she really gonna follow us all across the rooftop? Come on. I feel like that one woman in Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee's sister, trying to escape from the thugs that Han had sent onto the island, onto the mainland. They were just pursuing her through the whole neighborhood, and nobody would help her.
衆たち無事だといいけど。
Rinko's too nosy for her own good. Got some more drugs. Got 14. Oh, look at that. That's a nice little shrine there with the dogs. Those are dogs, right? Wonder if we'll see any Shiba Inu's in this. God damn! Of course she would be right here, wouldn't she? But there's nowhere else we can go, right? Yeah, there's nowhere else we can go. We're trapped. I think we're just gonna have to dodge and hope we can find a weapon soon. She would be right in the middle of the freaking passageway, right? She would be right over there. I think I saw its head move too. Oh, there it is right there. It would be waiting for us. Of course it would be. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? She did have to stop right there in the middle of the freaking path. Wonder if we can trick her. Lure her over here and then jump on the little ledge and then jump back down when she goes back. She's not facing our way. God damn, it's a dead end. You would park your ass right in the middle of the road. Yeah, we're just gonna have to dodge it. We're just gonna have to just run right past her because there's no way out. There's no way out. We just gotta run right past her. Screw it. Let's just run for it. God damn, she can jump? Or is it two? Oh no, it's the same one. No, it's two. God damn it. Where do you go? Out of my way. So where do we go then? This is dead end. Oh, I see where we're supposed to go. God damn. Damn. Holy shit. I think we might have made a mistake picking balanced before we knew what we were getting into. Might have to go back and pick story. Because I'm not one to play games on hard difficulty the first time around. I did it here because the game's director said that story mode was basically made for people who wanted an easier experience. An antique comb. Small hairbrush specifically made to be used in religious ceremonies. The type of offering yields a great deal of faith when enshrined. Some offerings not only recover health and sanity, but can also be exchanged for faith at Hokora. Use faith at a Hokora to fully restore your sanity. If a chosen story is your action difficulty level, you can recover both your health and sanity while using faith by visiting a Hokora. Use faith you have received at a Hokora to obtain Onamori. Let's see. So it's worth 300 yen, I'm guessing. Let's see what this does. Let's offer it the hairbrush. Okay, we received 300 faith, so what can we do with that? Oh, there's the Onamori we got. Peony slightly restores health upon picking up food items. Shriveled abura aged. Fried tofu that became too hard and dry to be edible. Oinasama's favorite offering. It type of offering yields a great deal of faith when enshrined. Okay, so I guess this is for an emergency use. Divine water. Fresh mountain water. It said those who drink this water will be blessed by the gods. Fully restores current max sanity and reduces sanity damage taken for a set time. Can be used as an offering. Hell no, we're saving that for an emergency. A first aid kit. Box containing various medical supplies that can be used to treat all kinds of essential. Can be used to treat wounds of all kinds. Essential for any home. Fully restores health. Alright. How much sanity do we have? Draw random Omamori. Oh, it'll cost us the whole amount. I guess let's say right here. Like I said, maybe I'll go back and select story. And just play up to the point where we leave off here. Just to see. Because yeah, it's a bit tough right now. Obviously, since we have no weapons, that's what making it tough. No, we still have plenty of sanity left. What we need is health. So yeah, we'll save that. What we need is a goddamn knife. Or a pipe or something. Anything would be good right now. Or rock.
Rinko?
That's not Rinko. Oh, they can mimic human voices too. There we go, finally. Finally. Alright, here we go. Use R1 to light attack. Though you won't deal much damage, you're able to attack more swiftly. Use R2, the heavy attack. Your movements will be slower, but you will deal far more damage and have a higher chance of sustaining enemies. Enemies take more damage while stunned. Use square to lock onto an enemy. Use square again to cancel. Okay, so R1 is light, R2 is heavy. Alright, here we go. Let's try a heavy attack. God damn! Yikes. Did not good. Yeah, I think I might go back and change this story. I'm just gonna play to a certain point and then we'll I'll go back and change it. There we go. Finally. We're gonna get an absolutely awful rating, aren't we, at the end? We already have 3 continues. We're not even 2 hours into the game. And those continues are usually the ones that screw you up in the rankings in survival horror games. It's the same thing for Resident Evil. You can reload all you want, but if you use a lot of continues, that's where you get screwed up with the ranking. Okay, so I think we might be better off using light attacks for now. Can we change the difficulty midway? Let's see. Nah, it doesn't look like it. We'd have to start over, I guess. So yeah, I might just start over on story mode because it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Not gonna lie. Come here, you freak. Counter. Certain enemies will leave them vulnerable. Certain enemy attacks will leave them vulnerable to counterattacks. A visual hint would appear when it is possible to counterattack. When the visual hint is shown, use R2 to perform a counter. The visual hint indicating that a counter is possible will be visible for long when you use L2 to focus. If no visual hint is shown during an enemy's attack, that attack cannot be countered. Additionally, hints will not appear while Hinako is attacking or dodging, so keep an eye on enemies' movements. Okay, so we have to focus. Let's see. How do we know? How do we know? Damn, she's fast. Yeah, I feel you. Is there one behind us? Nope. So where is it then? I heard one jump down from the rooftop. Should we use a bandage or the red bean paste? Let's see. A toolkit. A portable toolkit containing commonly used tools for home repair. Restore equipped weapons durability. Use toolkits to repair weapons and restore durability. Toolkits can be added to your shortcut using the D-pad. Once the weapon's durability has been exhausted, that weapon will break and disappear. Toolkits can be used to restore a weapon's durability. How can we tell if our weapon's about to break? Durability high. Okay, so that one... So it doesn't look like we need to use it for now. I'm guessing that's for more fragile stuff. Maybe like the blade. Should we use a bandage or I don't want to use the heavy stuff just yet. Ramune, the best-selling soft drink in town. It packs a fizzy, refreshing punch that wakes you up with one sip. Greatly restores current max sanity. Can also be used as an offering. So it looks like you kind of have to choose whether you want to use them for offerings, for bonuses, or just use them outright. Got some Yokan. Stay out of sight. Oh damn, she's still coming. Can we hide? Let's see. See if she'll go away. No, she's still over there. Let's gradually make our way over there. Can we ambush them from behind? Like, will they hear our footsteps if we just sneak past them? There you go. Take that, you fool. Right, so we can ambush them. Nice. Yeah, so the attack pause you do when you strike enemies, I have to admit it does feel a bit unnatural. It feels sluggish, which obviously this is a 90-pound girl wielding an iron pipe or steel pipe, but it does feel a bit sluggish. Not gonna lie. You can restore your sanity at a Hokora. Taking psychological damage will cause your sanity to decrease. Once you have no sanity left, your health will take damage instead. You can use items such as Ramune and Divine Water or visit Hokora and choose Clear Mind to restore max sanity. When not in a state of focus for some time, your sanity will recover to your current maximum. If you are attacked while using focus or use a focus attack, your maximum sanity will decrease. Oh, we got one for the monsters too. A monster that appears to be lumps of flesh stitched together. It approaches with an unsettling smile when it catches sight of me. It's covered all with sickening wounds. I wonder if it wants to hurt me the same way that it was hurt. Nishida Rinko, one of my friends. She's really put together, but how it can be a little inflexible on how she does some things sometimes. Once she sets her mind to something, that's it. And recently that something seems to be clothes, fashion, and other womanly pursuits. Rinko once confessed to me that she had a crush on Shu. I told her that I was all for it, but if she can't get used to the idea of rolling around in the dirt and catching insects for fun, she might have a tough time. Unlike my sister Junko, who was always the golden child, I've been a handful ever since I was little. My parents told me that I never listened to a single word they said. I'd make my mom cry and my dad furious. But Junko was always there for me. She understood me. She looked out for me. That's why I love my sister and I've always done what she's asked of me. Or at least I've tried. She would smooth things out between me and my parents, which made life in that house a little more bearable. That is until she got married, of course. So I'm detecting a lot of, not jealousy, but like disappointment in her choice there. Okay, so it costs 28 to restore sanity. I guess we might as well do it just to see what it's like. So I guess we have more focus attacks now. We do have some stuff we can offer, but like I said, I don't want to waste it so far. Oh, we got another steel pipe. Yeah, how can we tell if the weapons are about to break or not? Durability medium. Okay, so we still got quite a bit of life left in that one. Yeah, we're not gonna switch it until it's about to break. That's not good. I think she's dead, Hinako. I don't think you can do much to heal that. Damn. Fulfill her last wish, right? Or her lifelong wish. She's gonna come back to life, isn't she?
帰りな。今日はもう閉店だよ。咲子。私やっぱり咲子との約束守りたいよ。
Oh, we can't step in the... Never mind, we can't step in that crap. Yikes. That's Oh, there's more of them? Yeah, it's tough. Not gonna lie, I think I might switch over to story mode first. As soon as we finish this battle. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Damn, she fell on top of me. Don't touch the red weeds. Oh, okay, so that's the visual indicator when it goes kind of like a little neon green. Got it. Now it disappears. Or are we getting transported to that other place that I've heard about? Oh, surrounded by fog. I think this might be that other realm. That I guess is this game's version of the other world from the series. Yeah, I think this is that other place that I've read a bit about. Basically the other world in this version. Which I've heard can be kind of annoying with its enemies, but we'll see. It does look like a Fatal Frame game right now, with all the fog inside and being in the indoors with the shrine. Thy restless heart betrays thee as unfit for this auspicious day. Thou must first pay respect to the gods and the spirit of thine ancestors. A restless heart leads to a corrupt soul. Only through sufficient offerings laid upon many stands may thy soul be cleansed. So it looks like we got our first puzzle. So we gotta find a sufficient offering to offer this altar. Oh, we gotta choose? Oh boy, let's see. What is this? Okay, so this is obviously rotten fruit. Got a rat? What the hell? A bird? And what looks like a paper jacket, and whatever this is. Oh, it's a fish. Oh, we gotta place them in the exact order. Okay, so I'm guessing the symbols correspond to what each offering should be. So what would the fish be? What would the rat be? Like, would the rat be this one? Let's see, what would the rat be? I would think it would be the forest right up here, but I'm not really sure. What about the bird? Or is this one the tree? Would that one be the one right there? I think we need more information. I don't think we have the information necessary to solve this just yet. Yeah, we need more info. And we gotta find a shrine or something to save. Assuming we can go outside. No good, it won't budge. So how do we know then? Apologize if it went dark there. I kind of ventured into the shadows just to see what would happen. But it is not like Tormented Souls where the shadow kills you instantly. Here, everything just kind of goes black. Maybe the poem has something we can use. Let's see. Shrine path. So let's try to puzzle this out. Okay, so I assume the fish. Yeah, this looks like a fish. Okay, it is a fish. Oh yeah, we're looking at it from the wrong angle. It's two fishes put together. Okay, so I assume this would probably be here because that looks like the weeds that might grow in like a koi pond. So I assume the fish goes there. Now, is this a bottle? Yeah, that was a fruit. It's an urn. So where would that go? Maybe here? Oh, I see. Never mind. I see it now. They have the drawings on them. Okay. So this one actually goes here. Let me check it. Let me double check it just in case. No, it has a tree. Yeah, I think it is this one. Yeah, that is exactly the right place. Let's check the fish again just to be sure. That one has No, the fish doesn't go there. The fish goes over here. Okay, let's check the rat. That one's easy. It's a leaf. So it's wrapped in leaves. So there you go. And that leaves by order of elimination. This one. And yep, there's the little weeds on the side of it. So there we go. Okay, so that was actually much simpler than I anticipated. We didn't actually have to hunt down any information. It was just a matter of looking at the images. The images on the wrapping paper. Alright, the path is open. We probably should have picked up that pipe before. Better not be a boss so soon. I'm gonna be upset if it is.
おはよう。悪い夢にうなされていたかな。
悪い目。
怪我はないか。怪我をするようなことは私がする。君は体を大事にしなさい。
ありがとう。
それでは行こうか、ひなこ。
Oh, so it's this guy from the trailer.
どこ？
どうした？こっちだ。
I never trust any religious person in a mask, so I definitely do not trust this guy. Whoever he is. Hell no. Just wandering around wearing a fox mask? Hell friggin' no. I do not trust that man at all. I'm sure he has something to do with what's going on. Where'd he go? And where the hell are we? Look at that, the sky is red. I guess we have to stay on the path.
ゆっくりで構わないとも。
Boy, you have no idea what we just seen, my guy. You have no idea all the freaky stuff we just seen.
さあ。
Why does he say to take our time and then he runs off? It's almost like he's gaslighting us. Oh, take your time while I leave you here, in this place. Oh, look at all the monsters. Are these some of the ones that are going to show up? Some of them are paintings, obviously, but then look at this. Some of them are animals, the cat, the snake, the bird, but then look at this one. Look at this one with the multiple limbs. We got what looks like fire, all those red weeds. Look at this too. And this one, so I'm guessing some of these are the monsters that are going to show up. What other ones do we have? Oh, look at this one. That one looks freaky. Creep Show actually did an episode where they had like a type of Asian folklore inspired monster. I don't remember which brand it was, whether it was a Japanese or Taiwanese, but they did an episode like that. It was pretty interesting. Look at that one. Yeah, I think these are some of the creatures that are going to show up. And it was actually pretty emotionally moving in a way, the way they did the story. I won't spoil it for you, but I definitely urge you to check it out. It's the season finale for, I think, season 3, when they're at the or maybe season 2, when they're at the border and there's this politician there trying to get like some publicity, and there's some asshole border guards dealing with the people just trying to get into the country, but then it turns out one of them is sick. Her daughter is sick, but then her daughter is not what she seems, and it's actually kind of a tragic story. But it was definitely a very good episode, and definitely a good way to end the season. I think it's season 2. Because I had never seen that monster done before anywhere in fiction, so that was definitely new to me.
来なさい。こっちだ。
Is that a blade? Kaiken, a beautiful dagger used for ceremonial purposes. The blade has been intentionally dulled, so it doesn't make the best weapon. However, it does seem surprisingly durable. So basically, it hits like shit, but we can use it many times. The Inari statue is laughing. Creepy. Yeah, I don't trust foxes either, because we have that fox in the Persona games in Persona 4 that will just be ripping off Persona users for their money over and over again. I don't trust that fox for a second. And it's messed up too, because then later on in your game, when he's in there with you in the TV world with you, and you'd think the fox would have an interest in supporting you, and no, it charges you like 5,000 yen to heal, and the amount increases every time you use it. So by the end of it all, by the time you're at the end of the game, you could be paying that fox like 20 or 1,000 yen at a time just to heal you once. So it just completely rips off every Persona user it comes across. So I definitely do not trust that fox, and I do not trust this fox either.
ここは何の神社?
This is some Fatal Frame stuff right here. Almost looks like it's smirking.
Kimi no tame ni kagi o yoii shita. Annai shiyou.
Why would you prepare a key for us unless you knew we were coming here in the first place? Like, who is this man? Fox mask, a mysterious man who wears a fox mask. He never takes it off, so I feel I've yet to see his true self. He has such a refined air about him. I think he must come from a very well-off family. For whatever reason, he seems to know me well and treats me kindly. He's almost like a prince from a fairy tale. In fact, this whole situation is like a story from a book. Who are you, and why are you leading me down this path? I get the feeling she might be some type of sacrifice. It's very refined, so he's obviously some type of priest, but like I said, I do not trust foxes in these types of games.
こっちだ、Hinako.
Where'd he go? Oh, I hope we didn't miss any items, because I was not looking at the ground while I was running here. We may have missed an item or two. Investigate the shrine vault. Oh, there's a safe spot right there. Nice. Oh yeah, we definitely missed some items. You cannot hold any more items. Select an item to replace. You know what? Since it said that we can use it as an offering, I'm gonna give one here, and then we're gonna take that one. Oh, it only gives us 30? Oh, boo. Damn, that's nothing. Maybe we can use something else. Let's see. What else can we use? We do have some pills. Maybe we can use the pills. Let's see. Can we grab it now? We can. Oh no, you cannot hold any more items. Select an item to replace. God damn it. Because these are powerful, so we don't want to waste those. We don't want to waste this. Greatly restores health. Well, I guess maybe we could just use that, the bonus item. I guess we're just gonna use it. Yields a great deal of faith. Yeah, we might as well just use it now. There we go. We should be able to pick up the Yokan now. There we go. Let's save. Because it is 4:08 a.m. over here and I'm getting kind of tired. So we've played for an hour 3 minutes, not counting the cutscenes, because it's actually an hour 41 minutes on the counter for Elgato, for the capture software. So Silent Hill F, what do I think so far? The story is interesting. I'm intrigued to find out what's going on. There's definitely a lot of tension I've noticed, and awkwardness between her and her friends, and one of them already died. Since this is a Silent Hill game, I'm pretty sure she'll come back in boss form or something like that. And Hinako will have to kill her again. She always has a very troubled family. Like I said, her father's a drunk and an asshole. Her mother's basically useless and a pushover. So there's definitely a lot of tension there in the family unit. Yeah, very intriguing story and eager to see where it goes. But I gotta say, I'm not gelling with the combat just yet. Like I said, I think I'm actually gonna go back and start over from story difficulty, and then we'll pick up from there. I'll play all the way to this exact point, and then I'll pick up from story difficulty, because hard mode is kicking my ass. I thought I could handle it, but even though I've played a lot of Silent Hill 2 and basically every Silent Hill game before Book of Memories and Downpour, but at the same time, like they are kicking my ass here. It is it's actually quite tough, and it's difficult to nail. It's difficult to nail the perfect dodge. People were saying it's like Dark Souls. I don't think it's anything like Dark Souls, besides a few superficial similarities. But yeah, I think until I get used to the combat and I really know how to pull it off, I think I'm gonna play on story mode. And then what I'll do is I'll actually, once I've gotten some experience with it, you know, and played through the whole game, then for the second playthrough I'll switch back to balanced and see what it's like. Because right now it is just destroying me. Like, I'm already up to 3 continues and we're not even 2 hours into the game. For comparison's sake, I don't think I ever used any continues in a Resident Evil 4 remake. And I think Silent Hill 2 remake, like my first playthrough, I think I only got killed like twice. And that was near near the middle portion of the game, when we're in Brookhaven with all the nurses that are just beating you down. Like that wasn't even early. But here I'm already up to 3 continues. We've gotten killed 3 times and I'm not even 2 hours into the game, so it is quite a tough experience. I'm not gonna lie. I was not ready for it, so I think I'm actually gonna go back. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start over on story mode, story difficulty, and see how it compares, and I'll play to this exact point and then we'll pick up from there. I also want to do it because I also want to see what the cutscenes look like in quality mode, because performance looks pretty good in terms of the environment, but I noticed like Shu's face in particular seemed to lack a bit of facial detail, and I don't know if that's the character model designed that way, because I know Kojima brought up some issues with that, on how difficult it was for him to motion capture Asian people properly and have them look lifelike, because he said they tended to look too perfect when motion captured. So maybe it's the same thing here. So I definitely want to compare the two cutscenes. Like I said, I'm gonna switch to story mode. I'm gonna switch to quality mode just to see what it's like to play the first hour in quality mode and see how that compares, and then I'll pick up from this exact spot next time when we come back. But it'll be a different difficulty setting, because oh boy, those puppets are no joke, or mannequins or whatever they are no joke. They will cut you to ribbons and just completely destroy you if you're not prepared for them. And it does feel awkward, the whole combat stop when she stops momentarily whenever she hits a target. That definitely does feel quite a bit awkward. It makes her feel sluggish. And I know, like I said earlier, I know she's a 90-pound Japanese girl, so she's not going to have a lot of strength or a lot of oomph behind her attacks, but it does still feel a bit sluggish to control her. So only in combat though, the regular controls are fine for exploring. It's only the combat that it turns into an issue. So I can see why people might not be all that thrilled with the combat here. So I'm gonna play around with it some more. Maybe it'll be easier on story mode. Maybe that's the key. You gotta play story mode first, get used to the combat, and then you can come back and challenge it on balanced difficulty. Because I thought it would be, maybe it would have story mode, balanced, and hard, but I guess balanced is hard mode, and yeah, if you're not prepared for it, it can tear you apart. So yeah, I'm just gonna redo that whole section all over again, and I'll start from this spot next time. But so far it's okay. Like I said, I'm intrigued to see where it goes. It's definitely a brand new feel for a Silent Hill game. You know, it's not really like any of the others we've had before, but I'm intrigued to find out where it goes and what the possible connection, if any, is to the actual town of Silent Hill in America. You know, and the events that take place over there. I'm wondering what the connection is, or if there even is any connection. So I guess we'll see as we go along with the story. So that is it for now. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go and set about doing that, you know, replaying that whole first segment over again just to see. And yeah, I will see you again next time on Silent Hill F on the PS5. See you later, everyone.